In today's society, news spreads like wildfire. And on that note, welcome back to another episode of Chillin with Dillion, starring me, Dylan Skelton. Now, in today's video, we are going to be talking about the news, specifically fake news. So, the news is basically where we get all of our information about what's taking place in the world today. Now, most people get these segments from our local news stations, but there are 38% of adults that get their news from the internet, online. And online, anyone can be given a platform. Now, because everyone is given a platform, it's really tricky to tell the difference between real news and fake news. So real news is like authentic stories that can be backed up by hard and factual evidence. Fake news can be considered a joke, a hoax, or mostly propaganda. Now, unfortunately, fake news becomes more believable the more people hear it. And for example, social media with Instagram. So what can happen is one person can have like a source of information, they'll get that right here, and then they'll pass it down to their friends, and they'll pass it down to their friends, and on it goes until you basically have a pyramid scheme of information. And that is an example of misinformation, because it is wrong information that is believed by the person that is originally sending it. When people get this information, they normally just look at it for the first time and send it right away. They do this without like thinking, and they don't take a second to look to see if it's indeed factual. There's also something called disinformation. Disinformation is the information which is entirely false, but it's used to deceive a group of people. This is really strong during the elections because a lot of people have different opinions and they want to release as much factual information as they can to get people to join their side. Now, a main source of misinformation is QAnon. QAnon is a community of people that listen to this, that are given information by a sender named Q, who is their leader basically. And what they do is they write stuff, send it out into this community of people, and the community of people don't even hesitate. They don't even take a moment to think about what it's saying, but they just run with it and they spread that information because that's what they believe is correct. A lot of QAnon goes around the presidential debates and everything. They believe that the last election was rigged, and they are a bunch of Trump followers wanting to get their president back. After all of that information, there is a way in which you'll be able to classify, determine if a news article is true or fake. One thing you can do is you can look at the URL. A URL can tell a lot about a factual site, and if it seems a little sketchy or even if the wording is off, it is indeed a fake site. Another thing you can do is look beyond the byline, look at what the article is saying, and see if it just seems factual. Sometimes even by looking at it, you don't even have to look at anything else to realize that what they're writing is just total nonsense. And another thing you can do is look at the sources to make sure everything is true. Even if one thing is off, it's still a lie, therefore it's still fake. If you look at the sources, see where they came from, and how authentic they are, you'd be sure not to enter a fake site or get a fake article or receive fake information anymore. I actually had a lot of fun learning about fake news and QAnon, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next episode of Chillin' with Dylan.